All right, peace and love, family. Thank you for joining me today. Oh, thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to be trading live. Got so many tabs open that it's just like kind of wild. However, here we are. So this is just a practice run of me doing live streaming with a live trading session. So those of you who don't know, my name is Salvatore Swain, or Sal the Sutra for short. I've been trading since 2017. I started trading futures back in 2017, and it's been cool. It's been really cool, actually. I've been on and off, but eventually I had shifted out of futures to trade forex, and I do love forex. I love the foreign exchange market overall. Digital currency has yielded me hundreds of thousands of dollars. I've also lost a lot of money with it. You know, with great power comes great responsibility, right? But this is just something that I really can't give up on, despite all of the brutal losses that I've taken over the years, simply because you just can't, it's not something that you can give up on like this, you know? So with that being said, I want to make a habit to trade futures, just because for the past few years it kind of makes more sense, and at least over the past year or 2 years, I took almost a whole year off last year. I ended up losing a lot of money, but trading the futures during NY opening is a little bit more fitting for my schedule. You know, I've been working for myself for a long time, and you know, I just recently got funded in the foreign exchange market. So I like to do swing trading. Most of my forex strategy is swing trading. However, I do miss the whole getting in and getting out of the market. And I think the system of trading futures, even if it's the micro, you know, it's cool because we have the S&P 500, we have the Emini 500, and then we now have the CME group finally released the micro minis. So it's just a cool way to get into the markets low risk. And I really want to make it more of a discipline to sit down, look at charts, live stream, talk about what I see from an analyst perspective, and go from there. And then eventually begin to start taking live trades. So that is the goal. Today we are looking at the S&P 500, E-mini S&P 500. We can see here we've been in a short-term downtrend since early or at least late September. This little downtrend there kind of goes up until here, which is from July, actually. As you can see here, the this high here didn't barely even retest this other high, and it forms a lower low. So today I'm actually looking for sells. I did an I ran an analysis of the market. Obviously, long term, since I don't know, beginning of the year, we've been in a bull run. But I think finally we're seeing a retest of this area. This was a previous area of support or resistance, excuse me. And then it eventually turned into this area of support, as we see this line kind of touching. But I am looking for shorts. So I wanted to see this line get broken. Usually I go down to, I do higher time frame analysis, and then I go up to, or all the way down to lower time frames for entry. So we have 1 minute to 1 minute to the New York opening. I wanted to look at some other pairs as well, trading view. Looking at gold. Gonna be looking at gold. Gold looks like sells. Gold looks like sells. So I don't really use much indicators or anything like that. I like using lines, trend lines, support and resistance, zones, that kind of stuff. Mostly like to do that. And gold has been in a strong downtrend after it broke this support level. I tried to catch a reversal yesterday, and it just didn't work out. It just doesn't make sense for you to go against the trend. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. You know, I could understand it, but I just don't see why you would. So we'll look at US30. I like to trade US30 sometimes. Not really though. It can get very stressful, US30. Yeah, this is just such a volatile pair. And that's why I think when trading indices, I think it's better to trade contracts, futures contracts of the indices, simply because of the volatility and the leverage that comes with it. You know what I mean? Let's go down to lower time frames. Gold. I see gold maybe retouching this area right here. Retouching this area. Sometimes I have trouble counting pips. We close this connection because it looks like we exceeded your plans limits. Always like two. What, two charts open at the same time? Gold is so tricky. You never really know what you're going to do, what it's going to do, honestly. You know, you could see here, it retests this line, makes a higher high, higher low, higher high, and then we have a little consolidation. To be honest, I think this line, this level of support might hold up. Gold might end up making a move to the upside, maybe to test up around here, this area. See, I like to trade mostly momentum. Doesn't look like I'm kind of not sure if trading view shut me down right now on this one, or the S&P. Yeah, exceeding on Thursday. I'm gonna reload this page. It looks like it is moving, but 125. Oh yeah, it's definitely good. It doesn't look like this is moving at all. It may have really shut 269, yeah. Two charts per one tab. Oh, I see. All right, we should be good now. Yeah, so I'm on the free plan of TradingView. Really haven't used it much yet. Still kind of getting used to it because I haven't traded on the charts on a desktop in years. It's been years. It's literally been years. Well, in 2021, I was, yeah, I guess you could say years, 2 years, but even longer before that, when I was trading futures, I had a there's some Microsoft computer. No, it was like a Dell. It was a really old computer, but to be honest, the ES, I'm on a 15-minute chart. I would like to see it come back up here and retest that. That's what I would like to see. Ideally, of course. But market data seems a little slow. See if I get 1 minute chart. I'm on another broker with on my phone over here. That's why you see me looking over here, because I could see the real-time data a little bit more accurately. 24270. And it's a whole different price on 20 points below. Maybe it's delayed like that for a reason. Let's take our first sell. We're gonna go there and then send order. Well, I should be able to see the trade, no? Where the hell is the trade at? Um, 43. It's giving me um, oh, it says it right here. It's delayed by 30 minutes or 25 minutes. That's why it says that. So then if I no, I want to execute at interesting. I'm gonna go to just getting into the hang of this. But oh. What's going on? Basically, I'm gonna put that there, and I want my take. Oh, there it is. There's nothing in there. Down here. Right. Looking like this is gonna go to the downside. Let's see what gold is doing. Gold looks like it's moving up to the upside. Hit that line. Pew, right up to the upside. I wish that MetaTrader. Oh, hold on. Hello. There we go. I wish that MetaTrader had a mechanism of um like trading you gives you the visual representation of your risk, and I really appreciate that because that's the one thing that I always appreciated about trading futures is that you really get to see what you're risking and what your reward is. With forex, it's difficult sometimes really predefine risk exactly because you have to take into consideration the pair, the the currency exchange rate into the other currency, and then you have to take into consideration your broker swaps, and then you have to take into consideration what's the other one? It's the last one. Leverage. You know, with contracts is different. It's predefined. You know, you know how many contracts or your risk per contract, which is generally if you're trading the E-mini, it's $12.50. You know, per tick, right? I think that's what it is, or per contract. Oh, shit, it's yeah per tick, so it's you're risking what $50 per contract in a sense, which is not bad. It's not bad. What a cancel. What just happened? All right, so price hit my line. Hey. Market. Yeah, sell market. Filled all the way up there, which is interesting. Let's see what gold is doing. Gold looks like it's going up to the upside. Yeah. It's kind of weird because yeah, it's just weird. The delayed data. Delayed data really throws me off, huh? I'm gonna need to upgrade intraday. Either way, it is still a blessing to be able to sit here and watch the market. I'm confused if I'm in a short position why the profit is up when the market goes. But I kind of did want to see more a better touch of line over here. I think I had said that before. More closer to this line because we have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low trend. So I think it was a good decision to get into a sell, to be honest. We could extend this way far down. Way far down. Let's just say 280. You know, trading is really just a waiting game. You have to be so patient. And I remember when I used to trade back in 2017, 2018, when I used to trade futures, my rhythm was, it was cool because the system that I was able to trade in the futures market, I was still trading the Emini S&P, but it was cool because I had options. I could, either sit down at my computer at 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning, trade for 2 hours and be done for the day. But the cool thing is, I also, if I ever needed to, could, even though it would be a lot less volatility in theory, I could go to a coffee shop at my lunch break, or if I was at work. At the time, I was working three jobs, but I would get off of my one job. I was working in the schools, teaching kids, and I would get off that job and go to a supermarket cafe that was near, just to open up my laptop and see if I can make a little money before the market closed. Still, even though it was 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, there was still enough volatility there for me to take advantage of it. And that's the cool thing about the S&P, is that the E-mini S&P is, even though the general markets close, the market still stays open. You still can trade it, but it's just obviously a lot less volatility or liquidity to be able to actually catch a move. It's going to take even longer sometimes for a move to manifest. So this system, I haven't traded in years, but it feels good to kind of get back into it, because swing trading with forex is, it also takes a long time. However, there are days when I'm just like, I want to be in and out the market. Sometimes I feel like I really can't do that with forex pairs, just because of the leverage and the risk issues. You know what I mean? If I risk a certain amount and I only give it 10 pips to breathe, then it's just like I'll get wiped out so easily sometimes. But I want to ideally have a 1 to 2 risk versus reward, where that's the issue, is my system, my strategy in forex doesn't work for scalping. And the reason why it doesn't work is because I'm mostly low risk, low to medium risk. And even then, if I want to catch a 1 to 2, a 1 to 1 is good too. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at that. But ideally, I'm looking for a 1 to 2. If I want to catch a 1 to 2, that means, let's just say my stop loss is 15 pips. That means I have to catch 30 pips. and I'm not saying that's impossible, but it definitely is possible. But it's just like it's just weird. It's just very weird with some of these forex pairs. Like look at gold currently just tanking after hitting a new high on the 5 minute time frame, breaking structure now for that uptrend again, that short-lived uptrend that lasted only, I don't know, 12 hours. So there you go. There it is. Let's see what the US is doing. US has the reversed. Mm-hmm. Looks like news just hit the market. These pairs are going crazy right now, especially those. It's so interesting because all the other pairs, gold and currency pairs, I guess they don't require live market data. I really never understood that about futures, that you have to pay for the data. It's such a scam. Yeah, this is what I don't understand. Gold is going down. Crazy. Another pair that I really like to trade is USD It's been on a crazy uptrend for like the last year. Again, this is a demo account with a simulated account with TradeStation, just because I just got signed up with them. Before I was trading with Ninja Trader on an old computer, and I had to go through. At the time, it just felt so complicated. But I think with the advancement of technology, it's been a little easier, a little bit more accessible. Technically, I could trade it off with my phone if I really wanted to. Yeah, if I absolutely wanted to, I could play even on other brokers. I could trade the S&P 500, but it just doesn't make sense because I don't know. the leverage. I think if there was a guide that translated the system of trading forex, like if there was a better system of understanding how much you're risking when you're trading future or indices, it would be so much easier. MetaTrader has to step their game up. Here's DJPY, just continues to go up. Sheesh. Something gold. Gold just tank. It's going to continue to tank, man. Should have took an entry on gold. So I should have did. Should have took an entry on gold. Yeah, see, I mostly trade levels. Gold, gold, gold. I don't know if the data thing I'm gonna have to figure out because this data here is delayed, but I think market execution data might be different because I definitely went for a short. And it honestly doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. This is telling me I was on the buy side, but I wasn't on the buy side. It's definitely in for sale. Yeah, so I think over the next couple of days, I'm going to, yeah, it wasn't a buy. Anyway, gold is absolutely going crazy. The whole market just went nuts, I think, because of news. Yeah, just trying on my broker here on GJ, it went down to 179, 800. Goodness. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, see, this is what. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Interesting. That was a great trade. And gold is going absolutely bananas. If this was a live account, I mean, I would have been really good today on the Emini S&P. But yeah, that's pretty much all for now. Probably going to continue to watch the markets maybe for another hour. I'm going to go and do some other things on my computer. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.